Hey all, forgot to do an intro again, but fishing the Mosquito Lagoon, gonna fish some creeks, see what I can get. Um, Not really expecting much, but just want to bend a rod today. So started out working my first creek, and yeah, I saw this big wake coming at me. Wasn't really even set up yet. Didn't have my head cam on or anything. Tossed the top water and he piped it. I expected to find some smaller fish in these creeks, but apparently the tanks love coming in creeks too. So at this point, I'm just trying to steer and make sure the fish doesn't pull me into any of the trees, so I can just kind of glide over to him. Now that I'm closer, I'm using my push pole as kind of leverage to stop, so I can kind of pull this fish to me now.
He's done. That's what I call a good morning. Holy shit, dude. That's a big fucking fish.
Took a little bit to get the hooks out because he T-boned the thing and got both sets of hooks in his mouth. But I'm glad he didn't do the usual bull thing where they swallow the top waters.
It's hot here. There we go, on the top water.
Might have been a bit bigger than 35. So I moved on a little bit deeper in the creek and found another wake coming my way. Toss a top water and he just missed it. So moved on and found me some trout. Okay. Definitely trout here. There it goes. Had a few nice blow-ups that just didn't connect. So I moved on from there and found some tailors. I don't know why I'm throwing the top water at them, but it's what I had in my hand. So didn't take long to find redfish number 2. I mean, there was about 10 or 15 of them, so one of them had to bite. Nice red. About a 24-inch fish. So moved on, went back up in another creek, and I'll let the clip play for itself. So hooked up to what I'm assuming was a redfish. Was fighting like a redfish. And there was a school of bait back here. I didn't want to get pushed into them. So I was trying to stake out. And the fish came off. And then hooked this. Right at the kayak.
Oh my god. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. That's a big trout. Oh my god. Whew.
So he's barely hooked, and I know I'm going to have one net shot to really get this fish. Because I'm looking at that hook, and there's one hook in him.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes. Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah, getting these big trout really get me excited. So I was trying to contain it so half the lagoon didn't hear me.
Oh my god.
Now the moment of truth.
$28. Not bad. Let's get the release.
Unfortunately, not a 30, but damn close.
Okay. It's a nice trout. Alright. Let's get the release.
So moved off. Was just throwing top waters and had to mute it here because I was on the phone with a buddy talking about the fish and where I caught it. And yeah, as I'm talking, just working a top water. Not really expecting much. And next thing I know, hooked up again. Right species, wrong size. And this was a little male. He was grunting the entire time. So probably spawned with that big female. Like I always say, when you find males that are mature, they're grunting, it's going to be a big female in the area, and that big female was maybe, I don't know, 50, 60 feet from where I hooked this dude. So I always tend to fish a little bit harder when I get those males. Again, still talking with him on the phone. Moved another 100 feet or so. Saw a fish. Saw a few reds belly crawling and just had to stop and make a cast at them. As you see, one pounced on it from a few feet away. And at this point I'm thinking, oh, he's like right at the top end of the slot, maybe a little over. My buddy does slot tournaments, so this would have been a good fish for him. So this dude just wouldn't open his mouth. So I could put the grips in his mouth and control the fish. So once again, moment of truth. He ended up being 26 1/4. So would have been the perfect tournament fish. And there she goes. So moved on. Saw another fish along the shoreline. And unfortunately this one didn't want nothing to do with me. So I kept on moving. Just started tossing my top water again and hooked up. Unfortunately, this fish is quite a bit smaller than the last few. Probably about a 20-incher, give or take.
It's number 4.
But it's numbers. You know, it's a fish. Counting towards the stats. And just disappears in the grass just like that.
And here he goes.
So moved on. Again, finding little trout. But it's good to see. One day I'll come back and catch them when they're 28, 29 inches. So now it's getting a little bit later. Saw this fish along the shoreline and just misjudged the cast just a hair. It was a nice red. Moved on, now we're quite a bit later, pulling the flats. Saw a little group of 3 fish. Knew one of them had to eat. Now the problem here, all that floating grass, had to keep the rod high to avoid all that, but unfortunately that fish had other plans and just buried his head in a big clump of it. So now it's a game of keeping it as tight as possible without breaking him off. how shallow it is, this is a really nice fish to be back here. Definitely an overslot fish. So just readjusting, so I'm don't have the sun at my back, just so you guys can actually see the fish.
Number 5.
And there she goes. So kept on going shallower, and unfortunately found a fish, but you see it's just a bunch of grass. And this fish, like, he knew I was there. I kept on dragging just a big clump of grass with me this entire time. And he eventually went into a big clump of grass, so I'm like, crap, you know, I'm gonna have to put this right on top of his head, and he's either gonna spook or eat. Because, I mean, his head was just buried in that grass. Unfortunately, he spooked. And, you know, it's quite a bit later, and kind of hit the lull of the day, because found another fish, and he was just sitting there. Wasn't really reacting to the lure the way I wanted him to, and I knew this fish wasn't going to eat. But moved on, found a school of small fish, about 5 or 6 of them. Took about 3 casts before I could get one to eat, so these fish were definitely didn't want to eat as much in the afternoon. And unfortunately, this one got me with his dorsal fin. Just stabbed me. There it goes. So went up another creek, found a nice school of tailors in there, probably about 30 or 40 of them, and they were nicer fish. Hooked up pretty instantly, and muted it here because there was another bigger creek next to me, and there was a boat that was just hauling ass in it. Even though it's like, you know, a foot and a half of water, this boat was hauling ass, and, you know, nothing says you can't do that, but, I mean, he's just tearing up the grass. So, muted it so you don't hear me or the boat just burning next to me. But this was a nicer fish again. There was some nice fish in the school. Definitely some 30 to 32 inch fish. Once again, this one's probably right at that 27, 28 mark. Probably should have measured to get a definite on it, but I don't think he was slot. About a 27, 28. Nice fish. There he goes. So found the box down the school, and this was my only hookup from him. Oh, I didn't have any gulp, but moved off of that drum spool and found a solo fish, solo red. Hooked up, just kind of blind casting in the creek.
We'll count it. There's 8.
So forgot to do an outro too. Did pretty well considering it's a hot summer day. 8 reds, 1 drum. I think it was like 4 or 5 trout. Missed quite a few blowups in the morning that should have had at least 2 or 3 more fish. But what can you do? Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.